Welcome everybody to Command Combat Battle Reports, and today we have a battle at sea, and as you can tell it is foggy, well more just rainy and heavy rain, very choppy seas, and it's going to be a little hard to see everything, but we thought this kind of looked really neat, especially with these waves and on ultra graphics and all that sort of thing. This should look fantastic. Alright, so we have the Satsuma versus, let's see, who are they going up against? This is Shogun, Total War Shogun, by the way, and versus Nagaoka. So, Nagaoka over here, they've got an ironclad Kotetsu class, armored corvette, I almost said kitten class. Here, let's look at their ships. Ironclad Kotetsu class. I was trying to see if there's a name. No, not really. These ships just look fantastic. Armored corvette, I'm going to call it the kitten class. What the hell? I know it's Kaiten or something like that. Chiyodagata class, and looks like they got 4 of those. No, 3, 4. It's gunboats basically. 5, 6, 7. 7 gunboats. Yeah, so it's a lot of gunboats on this side. And then on the other side, that was way over here. Wow, it's hard to find these things. There we go. Find the sails out there in the middle. So we got on this side the Satsuma, the Iron Class Warrior class. This is one that just takes up pretty much all the points, and after this you only can afford a couple of ships. But let's take a look at this major vessel here, this capital ship, who is the capital ship to end all capital ships. You have an iron side along the edge there. A lot of guns. I mean, this thing is just a huge ship. And then you got the gunboats, 2 gunboats on one side, and you got 2 gunboats on the other. Alright, so these typically you don't take a lot of narration because you can see a lot of what's going on, although in this case you won't be able to see a huge amount, but we're going to follow as best we can and mostly just enjoy the view of this thing. If you need to see where everybody is, there you go. Alright, the Warrior class ship. This is going to be the easier side to follow because you just have the Warrior class ship and the 4 gunboats getting themselves moving. You see on the Nagaoka, it is clearly that because there's only 4 ships on the Satsuma side, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ships on the Nagaoka side. So this should be interesting. It is definitely quality versus quantity here. This is the quantity side. Green boats. You can hear the steam engines roaring there. Oh, and I don't think I introduced this. This is the ironclad here, with a turret on the top. This is the Kotetsu class. Oh, it looks like a couple of them are about ready to knock into each other, and that's on the same side. Somebody fire those pilots. Alright, the armored corvette is going up a little closer to the others, right into the face of the... Oh no, the gunboats. That's the Nagaoka gunboats, and they're opening fire on each other. The gunboats have... Now it's going to be 4 gunboats against... What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Not exactly a fair fight in terms of gunboats. And they're all going after that warrior class, which is the big guy. Let's see what kind of damage that salvo's doing. It's firing way off into the distance. And on the armored corvette, there we go. It's starting to knock some of the stuff off. Ooh. And those are some big hits. Meanwhile, let's see how the skirmishing is going between these gunboats. I'm surprised actually that the Satsuma gunboats are still there after you have such uneven numbers of gunboats here. But it looks like they've kind of veered off from going head on with the others. The others are just sort of sitting there looking to fire, and it looks like they're also going after the big ship. While meanwhile the smaller gunboats are actually fighting at the smaller Satsuma gunboats are actually firing at the Nagaoka ones. And the Nagaoka ones, as I said, meanwhile, are just firing at the big warrior ship. And what kind of damage is being done on them? Everybody seems to be concentrating on this puppy. Looks like they are hitting, and they are starting to do some damage. Actually starting to break the hull there. Metallic hull in some places. They're lobbing a lot of shots out there, hitting one of the gunboats and causing them to surrender. One of the gunboats has come around the corner, around the side, and is going after the armored corvette. That's a pretty brave little gunboat there. He's done their raid and is now getting out of there. This is one of those battles, everybody go after the big one. And this guy's just hanging back, the ironclad. They're like, I ain't stupid. I can do some damage from back here. Looks like they got a ram underneath too. They could actually go and try to do that, but that probably doesn't work against that warrior class ship. Wow, that didn't just blow that up, that also blew people off of the ship next to it, and it caught the two ships on fire that were on each side of it. So, that was one heck of a hit. That was a gigantic hit, taking out basically 3 boats in one shot. These two are on fire. I don't think they're going to be able to repair from that. And as the big ship, oh, now it's taking on one of the Nagaoka ships that's come around the side. This is the, that's the Kitten class. You know, the Kitten class one is the one that just seems to be always doing something, always there when something needs happening, and now it is paying the price for that. It is getting, yeah, now it's realizing the Kitten class is realizing it has to get in closer range if it hopes to do anything. That's the advantage of having the big bad ship. You can sit back and just hit everybody from a long distance, and they have to brave shots of you from you as you go into there. Meanwhile, over here you have a couple of the Satsuma gunboats still alive. Looks like they're running around, going after one of the ironclads. Doing another one of their raids. This is the one that has the, what do you call it, the ram on it. And it's kind of saying to the little gunboat, what are you doing over here? Nothing, just shooting ya. And more shots coming from a distance from the other gunboat, so they're both going after the ironclad. Oh, and now here comes the machine gun fire from the Gatling gun. Gonna strafe the crew on the counter, and oh, now it's on fire. That gunboat's not. Oh, well, it keeps taking on water, and that sort of solves the fire problem, but it doesn't solve the many bullets coming at you problem. And they've chased away that gunboat. That gunboat is a little bit like, okay, I'll go do something else. However, it has distracted the ironclad, while I'll bet the warrior class ship has been getting repaired, just sitting out here, or able to just take on one thing. Oh, and it's starting to throw in some of its shots. After having sat and gotten repaired, or being able to take a little bit of a break, now they can go back in a little bit more fresh. And it looks like, actually, it looks like that ironclad is the only ship left of the Nagaoka. Everything else has been destroyed. Bit by bit, they sent out their gunboats to take out a lot of things or distract the enemy, and they did just that. And even were able to survive. Well, have one of them survive. I really don't think that that Ironclad has much of a chance at this point, being that it's a warrior class ship, much bigger. Let's take a look at the size differences. Alright. Warrior class vessel. And Ironclad. Ironclad's the outdated of these. It just keeps, in fact, it's so much underwater because of the fact that it's so low. And here come the shots. Here comes the pummeling. Their only hope is getting in close and doing something with even at close range. If they're at broadside with the warrior class ship, even an Ironclad is going to take damage from them. Wow, look at that. Yep, starting to poke in there, starting to take on water. While we do this, let's take a look at some of these water effects. And you're seeing the holes going into it. And that's pretty much it for it. In fact, it's starting to just drive itself underwater, and that will be it. The Satsuma wins it. Let's go on over to the... Oh, that's the gunboat. Well, close enough. We'll end this thing on the gunboat. They actually did quite a bit for it. They having the gunboats around there, I think, freed up the warrior class ship from having to deal with some of the small things, and that gave him the ability to concentrate on the larger ships, and they took them out one by one. So congratulations to Satsuma, and congratulations to you for sticking out this whole thing. Thank you for watching. We really hope you enjoy all this, and keep on watching, and subscribe to know when we come out with more videos. Happy gaming, everybody.